Hello, 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 hello. I lost the ability to type again. Shut up. There you go. Excuse me. Let me just look at builds again. Kinda want to update. Kinda want to look into shit. Kill enemies with a toxin? Oh my goodness. You mean she cannot? Because it doesn't work on her 4. The spiders don't proc, and the second ability you have to press it 4 times to fully armor strip. It doesn't work, dudes. Eugene! Hello. The spiders don't proc toxin, but they don't proc continuity corrosion. The second ability only procs 2 to 3. The toxin from her second ability procs 2 to 3 corrosion, maybe even less, so you have to spam it 4 to 5 times. And the fourth ability only procs 1 corrosion on the blast. It doesn't proc on initial hits. So primary, the arcane continuity is kinda non-existent. Why the fuck am I here? The fuck? Thought the spider's dead? No, you can see in the video that they are not proccing corrosion. They proc toxin, but they don't proc corrosion. We're going to watch it together. Is this the right place? Spiders need to be changed? I mean, that passive needs to be changed. Because good luck using that in a small corridor in a Ganir tile set. Every 6 seconds you have to refresh your passive by stopping yourself from DPSing and moving forward to latch yourself onto a wall to get 8 seconds invisibility that doesn't scale with duration. Sounds like a very annoying gameplay style. To me. Maybe some people will enjoy it. And we never got a passive that you can scale it. If you can scale the passive duration, making it longer, then hell yeah. Maybe testing wise, maybe that was the dev of count, so maybe they will change something. But right now, I saw a couple of problems on the Warframe. Couple of problems. There you go. I mean, we can watch it now. I don't mind. I just have to find it. Found it. Excuse me. Boom, 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 boom.
A legend.
Shut up. There you go. How do I switch again? How do I switch? How do I switch to... There we go. So here is the YouTube video.
I'm here to talk to you about Oraxia, our latest Warframe, our spider Warframe. She was not a myth, but she is a legend. Her passive is whenever she wall latches.
So here's the problem I have here. When she wall latches,
a legend. Her passive is...
She goes 8 seconds invisible and looks like there's a duration. So after 8 seconds you will lose it. So you have to reconnect to a wall.
Whenever she wall latches,
so it's a slightly different style of Loki's passive.
she becomes invisible for a few seconds. So as long as you wall latch every now.
And using this with arcane crap is kind of nice, but you have to constantly refresh this shit. It's kind of annoying gimmick-wise, but I can see myself using it and not in the same time, you know?
Go about your business undisturbed. You'll see how that plays into the rest of her kit later.
And the first ability is cool, but the problem I have it is you're going to one-shot everything. How the hell are you going to use your first ability? So enemies have to be below 50% with a mercy kill icon for you to kill them to drop health and energy orbs. You're going to one-shot everything. When you shoot your guns, you're one-shotting and blasting everything. Imagine a squad of 4. How the hell are you going to utilize your first ability? Maybe it scales with your melee weapon. You know, maybe it works like that. Maybe you can spam it once or twice or 3 times to do like a ton of damage. But to me, the first ability is a number 1 ability I will remove for something else.
For her 1, whenever you get an enemy below 50% or in mercy range, they get that mark above their heads. And then you can use her 1.
So he got 200 health and 220 energy. Looks like equilibrium. So guaranteed chance to drop health and energy. That's kind of nice.
To instantly kill them and gain a bunch of orbs out of them. So if you get health orbs and energy orbs, the amount depends on your power strength. So it is pretty useful. For her 2, you create this...
This is a good ability. This is a good ability.
As you can see,
looks like you can use multiple. You can see bottom right, it says 1. It says right here 1. Right there. So maybe you can use it like 2 to 3 times. It's a AoE that crowd controls them and procs vulnerable. And look, you can also see the AoE, so that means maybe if they enter, they get stunned as well. If that's true, that's like good. This is like a good overall ability.
You capture all of them here.
But here's the thing. Your first ability doesn't proc Toxin. Your second ability doesn't proc Toxin.
And they get their health broken, so that means they take extra damage from attacks. So they're quite vulnerable to you right now. For her 3, she will...
So this is the ability that I was like kind of confused about. You can see right here, your third ability proc 12 stacks of Toxin, but then proc 3 stacks of Corrosion. But the way Archon Continuity works is when you proc Toxin, you proc Corrosion. So this should be 12-10, not 12-3. But you can see also over here, 4 Toxin procs and 1 Corrosion proc. So it looks like the Archon Continuity doesn't work well with this ability.
Everyone with Toxin, and then as you kill...
And these guys are the exact same level as the units in the map, which is a good thing.
them, they'll start spawning little guys.
But a problem I have here is these guys do no damage. So you need to remember, this guy has a corrosion proc, is also vulnerable, level 170, against a unit that has 11,000 EHP. It's doing 2,715, so you have to hit this, or this small spider has to hit this unit like 5 times to kill it. So efficiency-wise, not the greatest.
So look at that. That's my...
And the Toxin proc is also weak. You can also see that it's proccing Toxin, so these little spiders are proccing Toxin and Impact. They're proccing Impact so it can synergize with the first ability. But it's not proccing Arcane Continuity. You see no corrosion procs.
Little scuttler.
You can see that it had 11 stacks of corrosion, but it didn't proc continuity corrosion. Not corrosion stacks. Toxin stacks, it didn't proc corrosion.
That has joined the battle. And basically, as they die...
You can see right here, Impact, Toxin, no corrosion stacks. So the minions are not proccing corrosion.
Being marked by the 3, they'll all start creating little spiders that will now come help me. As you can see, now they're...
It also looks like the explosion works without the ultimate ability. I don't know if that's intended. You can see when the enemy dies, they explode with a Toxin proc AoE.
Little spiders.
You see? Right there. See there.
Now come help me.
You see that guy also blew up.
As you can see, now they're all getting...
That's the fourth ability unique system. So when you shoot an enemy, you kill them with a Toxin proc, they explode in a small radius. But his fourth ability isn't on, so I don't understand how it works exactly. Am I correct about the EHP? Give me a second. Scaldra Flare. Scaldra Flare. What level is it? Level 168? They have 9,000. They have 23,000. 23,000, and this unit is doing... Let me grab my calculator. So these guys scale with enemies level, what it seems, with the highest enemy level in this map. So you do 23,000, do this, it's doing 1,720. So it will acquire the little spiders 13 hits to kill this one unit, which is not really that fast. And it's also not proccing the corrosion from Arcane Continuity.
You can come in and eliminate.
And so over here, 1,646. Toxin proc guaranteed. And the Toxin proc did 823, which is not a lot. They're not going to be the main source of DPS, and they're going to be there to help you out. That's it.
After the fact, so look at...
They're going to be the 1% of your damage.
Look at my little army over here. Attack!
Yeah, you can see here they're doing 520
No.
on hit, and the Toxin proc is doing 260. It's not a lot of damage,
Now for the fourth
especially in Steel Path.
one, I become a spider. I gain...
So now we are getting into the interesting part of the kit, and that's her health, base health. It seems like it's 1,350, and when you use your fourth ability, she has 3,105, which is bellicose. Must have, I think. Yeah, bellicose is going to be number one thing you're going to equip on her. And I don't understand this percentage here. I don't understand what this is. Maybe that's the toxin. Toxin over here. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it gives you 97% toxin damage. And I hope it's a separate multiplier. Like Saren DR? I don't believe it's DR. Do you know why I don't believe it's DR? Because when she jumps to a wall, it goes up to 100 and something. Watch.
The ability to go on 4 legs, as you can see, my health got increased significantly. It's double plus whatever you have in strength. And when I tap shift, I can web.
Yeah, see? 195. So I don't understand what this is. What is this? What is this percentage here? That's what I want to know. Maybe that's multiplied toxin. So you can't use melee in this form? I don't believe so. Do you know why? The way it works, it only works like... It works like Sight 9's second ability. It only gives you the elemental damage to your primary secondary. It doesn't give you to your melee weapon. And I don't believe they implemented a brand new animation on her for melee attacks. So I have a feeling this is only for primary secondary. He also didn't show... Can you bullet jump with her? You can see that she's double jumping. He's going to double jump with her, but I didn't see a bullet jump. So maybe you'll lose bullet jump and the entire mobility for the spiderweb.
Into any wall and wall latch forever. So you can basically be going from wall to wall with
like, this is cool, right? This is cool. You can go wall to wall, invisible, constantly refreshing. But here's a problem. 80% of tiles in this game are really small and corridory and filled with bullshit. It's going to be a nightmare. Especially if you use like Arcane Crap and her passive to utilize that shit. It's going to be extremely annoying. Extremely annoying. You're going to stop yourself from clearing and DPSing to look for a wall, to a wall latch, to get the buff, then turn around and start DPSing again. To me, that's very clunky. It's just very clunky. It works, but it's very clunky.
With this, and it is quite powerful to work along.
Hang on to wall and DPS. It has a duration that didn't make it in infinity. You are 8 seconds invisible. So you just wall latching and walking away, or wall latching is the exact same system. The exact same thing. Or the ground itself, you can't. If you do it on the ground, it doesn't count as a wall latch. You have to do it on a wall. It will be cool if you can like wall latch on the ground, and it like gives you all the stuff, the passive, the arcane crap. That will be fucking sick, but it doesn't. You have to do it to a wall.
With your passive, because obviously
you can also see the spiders here are bugged, and this spider is right there. You can see a spider right there, and these spiders, they're bugged.
you stay stealth.
So I hope that gets fixed.
You can see the mobility.
You can see it right there.
Is quite good.
Yep. They can see the enemy that is right over there and over here, but they are bugged. So they have collision problems.
You can also use it on the ground. So essentially it replaces your roll. So I can just use this and
yeah, you see that you can't get the invisibility while on the floor.
Roll pretty quickly with this. And obviously if I use it on the wall, that's when I...
This doesn't get refreshed. That's annoying. So you can refresh the passive, but you can't refresh this.
Actually wall latch and become invisible. And then from here I can use it directly to kill enemies with my one.
It's mostly because the mod is old.
Well, obviously I kind of dilly-dallied a little bit, so most of my scuttlers are gone.
So 12 stacks of toxin, 2 stacks of corrosion. So you literally have to press it 5 times to fully armor strip. And if you have the green shards for +3 maximum corrosion, so that means you have to press it 7 times to fully armor strip a unit. And your third ability definitely uses 75 energy. So that's use 75 times 7. To fully armor strip. Log in. I don't know. They need to fix this. This should literally give you max stacks. Not half. Like, what? That makes no sense.
3 of the little ones, but you know, we're still doing some work over there.
You can see all the shots.
Also, while
Proc.
I'm in Spider form, all my attacks deal toxin damage,
Yeah.
and enemies I kill do
Yeah, you can see proc toxin. It's a separate. Yeah, it's a separate. So it's a multiplier. Separate multiplier like toxin lash. Which means I can make a bunch of builds with this. You can see that's the damage from Sybaris Prime. And this is the separate multiplier from toxin from her 4.
toxin nova around.
Yep, right there as well.
So it's pretty good to spread that. Synergizes great with Archon Continuity, for example, if you want to spread corrosive all over the place, or with some of the shards. And yeah, that's about it. That's how Araxi works. As you can see, it's pretty fun to just kind of web around.
Yeah, web around in this map. Go downstairs. Go into the Techrot area. Go into the Techrot area and try to use this. It's like impossible. That's the problem. This system is kind of nice for like wide open area, but like underground, Guinea map, some Corpus map, even infested maps, you can't even utilize this properly. You're going to be stuck, man. It's Site 9, not Saren, or is it Saren? It's Saren. It's Saren. It's more Saren-like than Site 9.
Just it's just a very different way to play around and move, but it's a lot of fun.
I mean, both of their systems are the exact same. Saren and Saren Toxin Lash and Site 9 second ability are both the same. They're both separate multipliers.
And you can keep.
Yeah, I'm still confused about this here. 97.
And you can keep.
Then 195. What is that? It doesn't change anything here. Doesn't change anything here. I don't know what this is. I assume it's toxin damage.
Stealthy while having your little army of spiders, which let's get
Yeah, 8 stacks of toxin, 2 stacks of
some
corrosion.
out, and then using your wand to finish any of the big.
Yeah, the little spider is proccing here.
Things that are weakened out, and you can sustain all your energy needs and health needs. That's it. Hope you like it. Hope you're looking forward to playing her very soon. Take care. Adios.
I think she's still good, but there's a lot of systems here that are just clunky. Just clunky. The mod doesn't work properly. It doesn't really force you in a different playstyle. It just introduces a playstyle that is very clunky. The first ability, I don't know how it will work properly. Maybe you can spam it. I don't know. We will see. We will see. In general, she's better than a lot of Warframes. If the explosion from the second ability works really well. What?
Hope you like it.
Like, what I want to see is the explosion. Yeah,
Deal
this here.
toxin damage, and enemies I kill do a toxin nova
So he said the toxin Noah.
around it. So it's pretty good to spread that. Synergizes great with Archon Continuity, for example.
It doesn't synergize well because you only proc one toxin corrosion proc, which is not a lot. That's like not even a 5% damage increase.
Synergizes great with Archon Continuity.
The spiders don't proc it, the third ability barely procs it. First and 2 doesn't proc it, so I don't know. I will still use it. I mean, everybody's going to use it.
Can sustain all your...
Look at this. Look. Fucking hell. Yeah, she feels clunky. That's it. Just she's a clunky Warframe. Has 2 abilities that are not clunky, and has the other 2 abilities, including the passive, that is clunky. You know? But in general, she's good. She's overall good. I just want to see the scaling. That's it. And somebody said that this is her base health. Somebody said this. That this is the base health. It's 1,350. With the 4th ability on, that's 3,000. If she has like high armor, I can see myself do a triple Umbra setup, Bellicose with battery. Invisible, yes, it's the passive. Maybe, I will think about it. She has build diversity, but it's also limited build diversity. There's like 2 builds. One is forces you to be a heavy gun buffer. You just move forward and toxin proc everything. And the other build is the vol latching stuff. That's it. That's how I see her right now. But she's good. She's fine. Maybe some minor changes to arcing continuity, making the AI better for the spiders. And maybe if you can scale the invisibility, her passive, that will be good. Maybe Rhino Roar over her 1, or Nourish over her 1. That will buff the spiders, that will buff your 4th ability. Nourish, maybe Nourish works with her spiders, so the spiders might proc viral. Wait a second, that might work. Wait, that should work. Maybe if you have a bunch of spiders around you, use Nourish. Maybe you can proc viral as well. And you can like scale their toxin procs. I will try it out. I will try all of the builds. I will try the vol latching one. I will try the gun buffer. And I will try the summoner. I will try it all out. Kind of clunky. It's just the clunkiness that what annoys me the most. Just the clunkiness. I think the first ability is just horrible. Just feels bad.
Business undisturbed.
Like, Citron's first ability is perfect because you just have to mark enemies, and when they die they drop health and energy. But this is like not marking enemies. You have to like damage them, leave them on low health to then use your first ability to get the health and energy. But I'm going to one-shot everything, you know? That to me is like confusing. Confusing part. And if you want to utilize Arcane Blessing with a system like that, just use Citron's first ability helmet. Remove her first ability for Citron's first ability helmet. It's just 10 times better. You mark enemies, you then proc toxin, blow up, and chain react and kill enemies, and they drop health and energy. Or so yeah. You can certainly make her summons work. I don't believe the scale. I will try it out. Alright, let me just switch. Alright. And I think I know why the Archon Continuity doesn't proc all stacks of corrosion. I think the way they designed it is it only procs the first tick of damage. I think it's only the first tick of damage. That's why we only see like 1 or 2 stacks of corrosion and 12 stacks of toxin. That's the same way how the Arkham Vitality works. It procs only the first tick of heat damage twice. The Arcane... he used this on... he did use it. It was on the video. Hibiki. Oh wait, this is only for damage for primaries and secondaries? I thought this was everything. Oh. I thought this was 150% more damage to everything. Including abilities. But no, this is just primary and secondary. I mean, that's still fine. This is still more damage. Some abilities count as a multiplicative. Yes, but this is for primaries and secondaries, not for abilities. I don't know, boys. We're going to have to wait for the update. I mean, the first thing I'm going to do is buy her. That's it. I'm going to buy her and farm the fuck out of her. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Works with Valbans 1? Yeah, because Valbans 1 functions like a primary and secondary. And I don't believe that was intended. I don't believe that's how it's supposed to work. Because it only says primary and secondary, and that's not a primary or secondary. To prison I go. Also, imagine using that on Valban. Holy shit, this is Valban's gameplay. You toss balls, and you do this. And then you go down, like, holy shit, it's so horrible. Maybe it does, Hibiki, maybe it does. They're trying to force us into a different playstyle. They're trying to force us into this playstyle on her. Yeah, this playstyle. They want you to do stuff like this on her. But I don't know. There was also a mod here that has this one. Where is it now? Is it at the end? Is it called Jet? There we go. This one. During a volage, gain 120% critical chance and critical damage. Stairs chance. You also get damage reduction. But I don't know, is this a flat? Let's see. No, it isn't. It's not a flat. It will be cool if it was. It's not a flat. That will be freaking sick. I mean, we can figure it out by just doing this. So if we were to grab a pretty solid secondary. Oh wait, this is only for primaries. Let's grab a garbage critical chance primary. This thing. Perfect. This thing has 2.5% critical chance. So if I were to grab this thing now, jet. Let's see. That mod, sorry, aura scales horribly. Everybody that uses that doesn't scale well. It just doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't work. Because you can't scale the minions, and adding a multiplier doesn't help a lot. You don't have a proper scale, don't have a proper base damage scaling. So if you ever get a Warframe that can like mod for, like you can mod it, like how Korra can mod her cat, and on top of that you add the multiplier, then yeah, that's good. That's good. But like you can't mod it at all, and you just give it 75% more damage. Doesn't do much. How should I show this? What is a good minion? Perfect. Here we go. Perfect. So if I were to spawn a heavy gunner, just once heavy gunner. Heavy gunner. There we go. This guy. Summon a dude. 50-50. Damn. Why did you crowd control, you idiots? I need you to melee, not crowd control, please. Don't. Dude, I despise these assholes. Stay there. I'll spawn another one. I'll spawn multiple. Stop knocking back my freaking heavy gunners. There we go. Alright, attack. 50. 50-50. Then you add the 75%. Yep. How much is that? So from 50 goes to 135. So that's so weak because it doesn't have proper scaling. Now it's doing 88. What the fuck? What didn't you? Alright. Spawn. 88 now. Why are they doing 88 now? It's supposed to do much more. 225% increases damage to your companions and summons. So you do this. So if we ever get a minion Warframe, you can mod it, and then you add a couple of this Summoner's Wraith. That's going to be really like huge amount of damage, but because we don't have that, that's annoying. Because we don't have that, it is a multiplicative, which is a good thing. Let's see. Doesn't mean again increase ability strength, 60 for next ability. Gives them movement speed, which is not a lot. And they don't scale. I think they don't scale up with the ability strength. It's because Atlas is old. That's it. Atlas is old. God damn it, man. I kinda want the minion Warframe that scales, you know? Ludwig. Sometimes I think actual faction damage. Really? You think... It doesn't say anywhere here. Oh, damage bonus is added to faction damage bonuses. As such, it applies to second time to damage over time dot from status effects. Can I spawn Loki? Let's see Loki real quick. Oh, I don't have Loki's first ability. RIP. Yeah, I can't... I mean, who cares right now? Who cares? I will still test it out. I don't have the Warframe in front of me. Oh, my ass. Oh. Atlas doesn't scale with summons at all. Atlas summons never scaled well. You can scale their damage by a little bit with ability strength, but that's not going to do much. You can see right here, you give them a little bit more strength. Let's do transferring fortitude. Let's do continuity. Let's do strength, a little bit more strength by adding this. Yeah, let's do this. Let's see. What the fuck just happened? What did he spam? What the fuck did he spam? Warframe Android. What? He wants to play Warframe on Android? Damn. Let me see what you guys typed. I didn't read anything. Hi, a new player here. Am I wondering if is we're farming any Warframe and what are the top best meta weapons to buy with plat? Actually, I've seen the video. Actually, I've seen in the video the spiders leveled up, so maybe might be modded. No, I don't believe this leveled up. I think they scale with enemies level. Limbo now, look. Let me just put this guy out of his misery. There you go. If I see you one more time, you type that, you're gone. Damn, 261. Look at this. Holy shit, 1350%. Tickles. It just tickles. I was thinking, man, don't fall for that. No more. Alright, let me just look at weapons real quick. I was looking into some weapons I didn't touch for quite a while. How to farm Gyre? You have to go to Zeramon missions, and good luck. It's a small percentage. It's Zeramon bounties. It's a location top left on your star chart. Let's see here. Miter. The parts don't drop at all. Yeah, the parts are small percentage wise. Good luck. That's the only thing I can tell you. Just good luck. Miter. So these are the builds I want to release on the next list. It's the viral setup, Miter, Incarnon, the heat setup, Miter, and the cold setup, Miter. But I'm not done with the cold setup. I'm not done. The cold setup Miter is kind of nice. And the reason why it's nice, you proc blast and cold. So, what the fuck? Where are my units? So you're going to shoot enemies ahead to get the charges, of course. And look at this shit. You proc cold, you proc blast, and you're freezing enemies while also freaking chunking the hell out of them. And blast helps a ton. Look at that. Gyat. The build is actually nifty. I kind of want to remove this. I think Serration. The current ammo is poop. Whoa, lag. This is the first setup, the viral one. What I want to show... Whoa, what the hell is happening? My game is lagging. Whoa, what the hell? Game? The game is lagging, I don't know why. Whoa. Video game? Jesus Christ, give me a second. Whoa, you see that lag? Let me fix that real quick. Excuse me, boys, excuse me. Excuse me, give me just a second. Excuse me. I'm going back in. Something fucked up. Something lagged. There we go. I'm logging back in. Something bugged out. Ask Rain to form any weapon. No, I will not form every weapon. We indeed have garbage weapons. We have garbo weapons. Alright, I'm back, boys. I'm back. Boom. We back. I don't see the lag anymore. Let me just look at this shit. You won't believe me, but I watched so many build videos of, and you use the Latron one. That one still is good. That one is still good. This one, this setup, yeah, it's still good. This is still freaking good. Give me 1 second. Oh, my neighbor, holy. So you shoot enemies in the head, you press alt fire, and then you just pew 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 pew. It's still freaking good. It looks cool as well. You can just see the bodies, they all flying around. It's still good. Miter. Blast Zatas on my Yareli with 4 Tau Forge shards and secondary. Is double tap worth using on... you lose it very fast, Hibiki. It's powerful, but you lose it very fast. Yeah, you... On hit, you get bonus damage on your next shot for 2 seconds. Stacks up 20 times. Trying to utilize this is kind of a nightmare. You press this. Yeah, it's only 2 seconds. Oh, if you miss, you lose all the stacks. It seems like if you miss, you can see a top right. When I hit an enemy, you can see it right here. Right there. Double tap. Right? But if I were to miss, you lose it immediately. You see it top right. Yeah, that works, but you're going to definitely not have a 100% uptime. On the base form. Stacking shouldn't be so hard. Try not to miss. If you miss, all your stacks go down the toilet. Miter. So this one comes with viral and heat. So this here is because of the heat proc. Direct damage. Let me just see how correct is the direct damage on this. So if I were to go over here. Is this correct? Will this give me a lot of multiplied damage? Rifle Elementalist. How much are you giving me here, baby boy? How much are you giving me? Galvanized Chamber. Galvanized App. There we go. Toxin mod. Critical mod. Hammer Shot. And what did I use the last thing? Cryo Rounds? Cryo Rounds. So I will do this into that, into V polarity, into a D polarity, into a V polarity. And when I turn all this shit on, it says here that the multiplier does increase by 43%. So 43%. I think it's because it's not consistent. I don't know if this is... Let me remove it. So I will remove Rifle Elementalist. Punch through doesn't work. What the fuck? Ludwig! Don't worry, I'll bring Ludwig back. Is Ludwig alive? Ludwig, type something. The thing he typed now. The thing what he typed is gone. Ludwig, are you alive, sir? Dunes was trigger happy for a second. So if I do this, and then I do... Ludwig, can you type? I hope Ludwig is here. Let's see. Ludwig, I think he's here. Yeah, he's here. I don't know if he can type. Oh god. I don't know, dudes. I think Ludwig is gone. Oh no. Let me just see. I will do this. Ludwig, give like 10 seconds. Give it like 10 seconds. YouTube unbanning system doesn't really exist. Ah, there we go. There we go, he can type. He's back. There we go. He's back. You're back, you're back. I fixed you. Dunes is a limbo player. He got you, Dunes. Let me just see this. So what if I do rifle? What if I do Hellfire? Is that more damage? I think this is more damage. Dudes, if you ever like ban someone by mistake, try to ban them again, but put the 10 seconds timer and wait for 10 seconds. There is no unban or unreveal or some bullshit. There we go. This is also like good. What about... How much damage is that? Alright, let me grab my calculator. Like a nerd. So if I do this... And if I do something like this... Can this thing equip... Ah, it's a charge. Never mind. Let's see here. A multiplier. I don't believe this will scale it up really high. So if I do yet again a Rifle Elementalist, I think I know why this is like this. What's the stash chance? I mean, that's good. That's still good, right? 179.2. So I might be able to properly utilize Rifle Elementalist. $75K. $25K, $38K. $38K. Alright. Let's do Hellfire now. This will give it more overall total damage. I will lose the Rifle Elementalist, which is a multiplicative. Does it mean that I'm... no. No. I use my holy powers to bring you back to life. You grabbed your phone. Let me not do this shit again. Alright, now let's do this. Now this is stronger. This will scale it much higher, you know. This will scale it much higher. And how much are we talking here, scaling wise? 82. And this is... oh, I think I know why. Because I'm not using any buffs, any additive buffs and any multiplicative buffs. So that's why this scales much better than Rifle Elementalist. So if I were to add some buffs and stuff, Rifle Elementalist would be much stronger. You will scale it much higher. So I will still put this here. Yeah, I'll put it here. I'll still leave it. I think this is fine. This setup works. All the math is correct here. Sadly, I don't know how to do the math with this. Channeling ability active. What's the attack speed? I mean, it is really fast if you have a channeling ability. How much damage is this? 77. What's the base damage on this weapon? Ah, fuck, I don't know. $100. Let me just look at this shit. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. Rifle, Elementalist. Yeah, this is fine. The first build on the Miter is absolutely fine. It works. I think Miter players will like this. This is one of those setups that you don't need to utilize any buffs. You can just go in, have fun. But now let's talk about buff builds. Let's talk about buff builds, boys. The heat setup. This is a pure heat setup. Critical damage stash chance, multiplicative, Hellfire for more base damage on the heat. Critical damage, more heat. Maybe this is too much heat. Maybe I don't need this much. So I can maybe remove that for something else. Let me just see here. So if I do Hellfire, so we have one mod. Mama, I killed a man. Let me just see here. What the hell do I add here? Why would I use that, dude? Wait, where is that mod? I don't have that mod, dudes. It's the nullifier one, right? I don't know what's the name of that mod. I don't know the name of that mod. Each miter blade has a 90% chance to immediately destroy a nullifier field. To me, this is like horrible. Why would I ever use this? It's okay, Dooney boy, it's okay. I don't know, I don't see myself ever using that. I will maybe mention it, but don't see myself ever using that. Just go in, slap the freaking nullifier, and call it a day. Heat. Merciless. Bane mod makes sense here. Do I care about using this? Critical damage, critical damage, critical damage. Oops, there we go. Firestorm. What's the AoE? 3 meters, not a lot. Son of a bitch. So you only get 1.3 more meters. Limbo players. Yeah, I can see a Limbo player using that. That one Limbo player that is still playing Limbo. I don't know what to add here. A multiplicative. I mean, this makes a ton of sense, right? Vital sense is here, critical chance is here, multi-shot app, multiplicative. You have another multiplicative, critical damage / chance, heat. Scope is not good, dudes. It's immediately homes into their bodies. You cannot headshot with this weapon. You can headshot with the base form, but you cannot headshot with the incarnate form. It just immediately goes towards their bodies. Or more heat. I did use more heat. I kind of like more heat. But let's see bladed rounds. Let's see math-wise. What is the best one? So bladed rounds gives you like 25% more damage. And termite rounds gives you 32% more damage on this setup. So it seems like termite rounds is better than bladed rounds here. And that's mostly because of diminishing returns on critical damage. You get less critical damage, the more critical damage you add. Yeah, I think it's still bugged, Ludwig. Still bugged. So you shoot a couple of times, then you aim down sight and then do this. But you get less damage. Like, I'm not going to underestimate math. It says here, termite rounds give me 6% more damage than blade rounds. So 6%. Where's bladed rounds? Bladed rounds. Yeah, I'm going to keep. I will mention the exclusive mod. So if you like using this weapon, you can remove this for the exclusive mod. Let's go again. Why are people not using this weapon? Is it because Torrid is better? I mean, this weapon isn't that bad. For what it isn't that bad. It's generating so much heat. It's like so much heat generation. I saw 40 stacks. Poor son of a gun. It does look ugly, not gonna lie. I mean, this setup works, right? It did clear them really well. I just have to test it out in-game. Both. Both. I'm using both website. The website is not accurate. It doesn't calculate DOTs. It only calculates the burst damage and DPS. It doesn't calculate dot damage. And there's some stuff on the website that is not correct that I have to do it myself. We don't have a path for building like how Path for Exile has path for building. I wish we had for Warframe. I truly wish. The closest thing we will get to path for building is this. Is this. Is the closest thing we can get to path for building. And also, I don't have the Incarnon evolutions, so I can't really properly utilize it. So I can't like do something like increase base damage plus 77. Oops, that's not plus. This is plus. And this will like calculate. You can't do that, sadly. This is the closer we will get to PUB. You can see right here, when I add bladed rounds, it shows you 21%, 0.3% damage. And over here, it will show you 31.6. And you can also see burst DPS and sustaining DPS. So you have 29,000 sustaining DPS, which is accurate, that's correct. And the other one is 24.26. Average hit, total damage. It doesn't do dots, so we don't know how much dot damage it does. Isn't there a guy on YouTube that built a program that can calculate stuff from Warframe? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Uh-huh. Do you know what the name is? Do you know what the name is of that website? No, I kind of want to know the website's name. Because I kind of want that. I will live in that, you know. I am living in the simulacrum for a reason. Can I add a link here? All right. Add the link, Ludwig. I gave you permission. Ludwig. The cold setup. When was this last time updated? 24 days ago. That's cool. Oh, I'm going to check this shit out later. How many hours do you have in here in Simulacrum? Like 4,000. In game, 8,000. 7,000. I think 7,000. I will check it out, Ludwig. Thank you. I will save it. I'll save this for later. Oof, that's pretty sick. Alright. Let me just go back here real quick. So this is the cold setup. This is the frostbite one, which I kind of like the most. I kind of like the frostbite setups the most. But the thing is, I don't know if you can calculate this well. Hammer. So you do this. How much do you get from this? So the diminishing returns on serration is horrible. Doesn't it say 2 days ago? On the web, on what audience? On the update, it says 24 days ago. So rifles update. Oh, are you talking about the download part? Yeah, it says 2 days. The MMD rifles version 92.2 Windows 64. That shit. Yeah, it says 2 days ago. Pretty cool that somebody has something like that. It looks clunky, but I will use it, even if it's clunky. Let me just check this shit out. So serration 91.2, which is not correct. What if I add like... Dude, blade rounds is shit. Holy fuck, hunting munition is garbage. Hunting munition is complete garbage. Blast radius is not worth it. Like 1.3 more meters is just nothing. So there's no point in using that. So if I were to use something here, isn't there a better evolution? Base kill chance, charge system, hybrid? Is this worth it? What's the cruel chance? 96. No, it's not worth it at all. This is not worth it. The cruel chance still is the best one. Projectile speed is a must-have. It is a projectile weapon. Channeling, both of them are garbage, but this gives you the most damage. Let's see here. Gas miter? Gas miter. You want me to do like cold gas? Oh wait, I can't do cold gas. Just pure gas? I don't know if that's good, dudes. Gas is very gimmicky. Also, where's my Ember? What the fuck am I playing this guy? Am I right, boys? The fuck? Jesus Christ, man. There we go. We cannot play the game like normally. Gas, electricity? Don't you need to headshot with electricity? Wait, I have no merciless. I have no merciless. Gas doesn't scale with elemental multiplier? Shut the hell up. What the fuck? So just gas itself? I mean, I can easily stack up the gas procs. I know people love gas, but it's very gimmicky. Let's do this shit again. I don't know, dudes. This requires like something more. Let me just read gas again. I haven't checked gas in quite a while. Gas. Gas is a 6 secondary elemental type. Heat toxin. Deals increased damage to infected Deimos and Techrot enemies. Reduces damage against Skaldra. Blah blah. Gas proc damage per tick, 0.51 faction and status damage. So damage additive. I can see what Dunes said here. So tick rate. Which is 69% nice. Fiction damage plus 140. I don't know, I think gas is still gimmicky. I don't know why the fuck did they add a cap to gas damage. Gas used to stack infinitely. But why did they add a cap, man? I kinda wish they nerf gas, just make it infinitely stacking. It used to be infinitely stacking, man. It used to be like meta. And now it's like 10 stacks. And the way you scale it is like ridiculously. Gas cloud is able to hit heads and other body parts by itself. So you can headshot with gas. That's funny. Huh. Gas clouds itself has a 1x damage bonus to headshots, and you can increase with the deadhead and target required and shit. That's funny. So it's its own like damage scaler. I don't know, dudes. I think it's sick, but not for this weapon. I don't believe it's for this weapon. Like, this is the cold setup, and the cold setup has like synergy with frostbite, and it combines the incarnate form to blast, and you have cold. I think the electricity, it does. It's also a headshot system. That's why some people put electricity, because you can scale electricity with headshots. I see a lot of people use it on nearly every weapon. It's like, it's not designed for every weapon. The whole electricity gimmick with headshots. And you should scale electricity with deadhead, so you can scale the damage to it even higher. Yeah, you can sustain frostbite for so long, and you shoot so many projectiles, and curl damage is ridiculously high. Limbo players on Sudoku list when they can't use a fart element on their weapons. Soon, Limbo will rise, boys. Soon. Give it some time. D is going to grab Limbo and turn him into a Warframe that we will never forget. Never. He is going to be top 10. Watch. Just watch. Give Pablo some time. Give Pablo some time. He is going to deliver a Warframe that you will never forget. The Serration is a massive beat. I don't know why would I use Serration. Yeah, man. I don't know how I feel about Serration. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, fuck. I was using Merciless. Okay, Serration now is 40%. 40% is Serration. That's still good, right? That's still good. How much damage does it increase on my bullshit? It still gives it like double damage. What weapons can you use gas? Mostly heavy hitters. Like use like on a sniper weapon. You can use it on like Vesper, the pistol. There's some weapons that come with gas damage that you can scale it really high. And you have the sickles. I forgot their names. What's the sickle called, dudes? The one that you like, how it looks? Oh, found him. These guys. Yeah, this guy comes with gas, and it's pretty nice with gas, with influence. Yeah, Burst and Prime isn't that bad. I kind of like Blast more. I released this build a couple of days ago. This setup. Yeah, this setup with Blast is kind of nice. Once you get some kills, it becomes like a red crit machine. Yeah, that thing has also... Oh yeah, Zakti. Yeah, Zakti is very good with Enervate. So the passive that gives you gas damage can tick Enervate stack. So you're going to generate so much Enervate. Direct hits generate Enervate, the explosion generates, and then ticks from gas. So you can see at top right, you're going to see a bunch of Enervate stacks. Like, it's generating so much Enervate in such a short time. And it's killing them really fast. Poor dude, he's going to burn to death. If you do gas, you kind of have to create synergy. You kind of have to create scaling. And not a lot of stuff scales well with gas. You kind of have to like add buffs to it. That's the reason why I hate gas, and that's the reason why a lot of people are disappointed when they change gas. Let me just think here. So if we add 22%, I still think Serration is the way to go. Just give it Serration. But that does damage Gaona's app a little bit because of diminishing returns. It still gives it damage. Yeah, I'll still go Serration. Oh, wait. Wait. Do you know what's a good idea? Shivering Contagion. Shivering freaking Contagion. You're going to spread the gas, not gas, you're going to spread the cold everywhere. It's not going to give you power, but this is going to help you a ton. What's the spread? So 145 with a 90% chance to proc cold. You're going to shoot a bunch of projectiles because of Frostbite and Gaona's Chamber. So you're going to spread cold and crowd control everything in a large radius. It's going to chain and even more crowd control enemies. And when you freeze enemies, how much is it? Increase your critical damage by 10% at the first stack with additional 5 per stack. This stack is doubled when frozen. So that's, what are we talking here? 100%? 200%? Yeah, I think it would. Oh, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, Dunes. Sadly, I did test that. It doesn't. It only works on the enemy you hit, which is stupid. So this and this doesn't have synergy. So if I were to try to show you, let's see. Let me show you. So if I were to hit this enemy here, that's going to give me 10 stacks of Frostbite, and then this guy is going to give me 10 stacks, this, and this guy, and that will be max stacks, right? So if I were to shoot, you can see that I'm only getting 4 stacks from this guy, which is 4 stacks on Frostbite, and these guys who also have 1 stack, they don't give me Frostbite stacks. I wish it did work. If it worked, that will be sick. But the problem I have is polarity problems. You know? Polarity problems. The classic. I can do this, but a lot of people question why the hell did I do that? Not this. Where was it? What did I... Fuck. Hammer shot is here. Critical delay. There we go. And what's the last thing I will add? Cold. So, Slash is still the highest damage. No. Uh, but then they make it work with companions. Yeah, we need to use cryo rounds. We need to use this. This is a no-no. So this setup works. This is a working setup. Let me just spawn these enemies. Shoot this guy. Yeah, it's freezing everything. Look, everything is frozen. Dude, that's a good, sick idea, man. Damn it, man. Why is cryo rounds not maxed out? Oh, fuck. I have to use a Forma. I have to use another Forma. Or... No. No. Wait. Fuck! We can't even do that. No. Can I do this? Oh, nice. This works. Omni, I can't. I have to level this thing. Yeah, look at this, man. It's so nice. Look, everything is being frozen as well. Let's do it again. Incarnon. Transform. Yeah, we need the multiplier. We need it. We need it. So I have to remove Serration. Dude, why is it deep polarity? I need to add a dash polarity. Fuck. So what am I missing again? Rifle Elementalist. So if I add a dash polarity here, how much is that going to give me? 5? Is that 5? Before I fuck up, give me a second. Before I fuck up, boys, let's see. So I have a polarity here. I have a polarity here. I have a V polarity there. I don't have a polarity there. So if I were to add this, and then add Shivering Contagion. Alright, and then I do this. Oh, okay. What about this? Fuck. Yeah, I have to do Omniforma. Yeah, I have to do Omniforma. So even if I add a dash polarity here, it gives me 10 points. Then 10 like capacity. Then I can't still use this, sadly. I need 11. It shows you here. 11. Maybe... Damn it, man. That's so sad. This works really well. I need this for the blast procs. This helps the blast procs quite a lot. Because you're going to proc blast, and blast does help a ton, man. Look at it. Does the polarity work? No, it's still a V polarity. If this was a dash polarity or a... Yeah, if this was a dash polarity or a D polarity, that will be huge, but it's a V polarity. I don't know, boys. I think I will just delete this. I don't want to show a jank build. I will just show these two. I will mention this one. Yeah, I will mention this one. I will leave it as it is right now. It's Omni or nothing, dude. It's nothing. Alright, next. Next weapon. I made a build video, this guy, a couple of months ago. But then we got secondary enervate. And secondary enervate kind of made it much better, much cooler. So if I were to show this build, I will show the Cascadia Flare setup, which is this one here. Beautiful. Beautiful. What do I have this? Give on a shot. Why am I not using this? Was there a reason why I'm not using this? What's the base damage on this guy? 24. What's the evolution? That's half of the weapon's damage. 24. Calculator. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Lag. Calm down. So it's 53. Yeah, that's half of the weapon's damage. So that's why I'm not using Gilne's shot. I'm using Gilne's shot here. And I think it's because this one has Cascadia Flare. Let me just check this out one last time. Thomas in Karnan. Uh-huh. Yeah. I'm correct. So the reason why I'm not using Gilne's shot is because it ignores the second evolution, which is half of the weapon's damage. It's like the burst in prime. Get the hell out of here. It's like the burst in prime, so you lose half of your damage, and this is your additive damage. And not only that, this thing has only 2 status effects, which is not a lot. The Ambassador in Karnan. I mean, isn't Ambassador coming with a buff? Yeah, I think Ambassador is coming with a buff. So you have 2... Why do I have... Isn't this better? It is. There you go. So if I do this thing, now do the calculation of this. How correct am I? How much damage do you get here? You get galvanized. You get less than 20%. But what if I add a bunch of elements? How do I do the calculation of that? How do I do... I don't know how to do that. I'm not smart for that. Let's see here. There's no way this thing has a multiplicative scaling, right? It doesn't. You should not have one, so that's fine. Target cracker. Elementalist. So if I do this, it gets 11% dunes. That's how shit it is. You only get 11% from galvanized shot. 11%. So what the fuck am I using it here? Give me a second. This thing has more elements. It has magnetic, it has viral and heat, and it's also... Oh yeah, it doesn't have Cascadia Flare. So if I do this... so multiplier... what if I do this setup? So if I copy my shitty build, this shitty build is nearly identical like the previous one, but uses magnetic might, which is not in the fucking bitch. It's not in Overframes. They still didn't add magnetic might in Overframe. Fuck. Fuck. Use this instead. Whatever. Don't give a shit. Give it this. Give it this. No, because this website doesn't know how to calculate this shit. I have to do it myself. So 120 percentage of this times this equal 144. Pretty good. That's good. Is then Hornet Strike better? Enervate. Enervate. And then I do... Oh! I need to remove galvanized crosshairs. And then you do this. Boom! Only 6%, really? Wow. Wow. Wow, this is shit. But it's still better. What about Hornet Strike? 64. Alright. This setup works, boys. This setup works. This setup works completely. Because we have no additive damage, and Galvanized Shot, even if it ignores the second evolution, it's better than Hornet Strike or any other additive damage. And not only that, we have another element which is magnetic from this. So this is absolutely fine. So now it's time to test them out. So this is a brand new updated version. Let's see. Let's see. Oh. I mean, it's melting these guys, right? It's doing really well. Yep, that's good. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. What if I add this? Watch this, son. I have to do it here because I don't have polarity. Fuck. Fuck. Toxin. Okay. This thing goes there. It's shit. Never mind. It's shit. It's shit. We Gucci boys. This is the build. Let's try it out again with the Incarnate form. Your boy managed to update Atomus. Boom, 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 boom. Dude, it freaking eats. It eats these enemies. It eats them. I forgot how horrible this thing is to generate charges. 420,000 dot damage. Pretty nice. Where the fuck am I? I was looking at the chat. I never used the Incarn form on the Atomas. I'm a sucker for the beam weapons. Same brother, same. Alright, this setup math wise. Oh, I can't do the math properly because the WARFRAME doesn't have the evolution system. I hope the other website that Ludwig linked has everything I need. Because WARFRAME still doesn't have the stuff I want. I mean, this is good. Yeah, this is much better. Yeah, this is much better. What is the evolution on this thing? Stash chance. What if I do critical chance and go back to Cascadia Flare? It looks fine. I don't have a problem with this. Yeah, Enervate is just better. Even the spreadsheet over here, it's just better. Even over here is much better on the showcase. And if only I had a WARFRAME that has 7,000 energy, my Ember has 641. If she had 7,000, then you can utilize this one here and give the weapon plus 1x multiplier. Critical damage multiplier. Then the Enervate setup will be even better than the Cascadia Flare. And this is more status focused than this because of Gelana's shot. Beam range. Yeah, this is all fine. I think I'm done here with the Thomas. Yeah, Thomas is finished as well. I think it's still a solid single targeter. Not single targeter. It's still a solid Incarnate weapon. Yeah, I think it's still solid. I'll give it a compliment over here. Today I'm going to release the Tenet Galaxium. I know some boys love that thing. Catch a Moon. Holy shit, I wrote Catch a Moon. Which one? Primary Catch a Moon. Holy shit. Is it time to release this thing? Damn. Your favorite primary is Tenet Galaxium? Yeah, today I'm going to release one. There are 3 builds. I'm going to show you right now. Sneak peek, early sneak peek. Watch this shit. Boom, there it is. You have the viral heat setup with primary crocs. Perfect. Really good. If you don't like using buffers, take this build. This build will work. It will clear really well. Your damage overall is over like 300,000 to nearly 400,000 DPS dot, which is very, very good. Then you have the second setup. Blast primary croc setup with corrosion. We have magnetic as the element. This one is also perfect, but you kind of have to use a little bit of buffs. This will clear really well. Single target is weak, but the weapon isn't designed for single target. It's more for clear. But speaking of single target, Frostbite, Tenet Galaxion. Frostbite. Do you know how much critical damage you have with this? 6.8? Nope. You have over 10k critical damage. Yep. With this, and this, it becomes 9.5 critical multiplier, critical damage. With Frost effect, which when you freeze enemies, it's over 10k. Not over 10k, sorry, over 10. Excuse me. Over 10. Which is really high. It's a massive critical damage. Critical chance is going to be below 100%, but you're going to have a guaranteed yellow crits, which is very good. You have corrosion against armor, magnetic against Corpus and Eximus enemies, and cold, crowd control, and critical damage. It's very good. All these builds are very, very good. I did test the fuck out of them. So without any buffs, you're going to start really like slow, but once you kill an enemy, it's going to melt these guys. Like nothing here is moving, everything's here perfectly standing still. Yeah, you can see some stupid numbers with this. You don't like the Galnet scope? Galnet scope gives you the most critical chance. But you just have to kill a couple enemies with a headshot. Like doing this. You kill that enemy with a headshot, this enemy with a headshot. And sooner or later you can easily cap it and scale it. Yep. Boom, boom, boom. And then of course the last setup, which is this one. This one is just going to generate so much heat. You have viral, which is good against everything, and you don't need to use buffs. $200, 129 stacks of heat, which is quite high. Yeah, if you aren't using Galnet scope, let's say you only have one mod for critical chance. Your critical chance with Galnet scope is 84%. With critical delay, it's like below 60, if I'm correct. No, it's 60. It's 60%. You're losing 22 critical chance, which is quite a lot. That's quite a lot of DPS. If I were to pull out Tenant Galaxion, critical delay over Galvanized Chamber. Shred helps the weapon a ton. So Serration gives you slightly more damage than Shred does, but Shred's initial hits will clear faster than Serration is. Not only that, fire rate scales better than damage because the damage has diminishing returns, and you can easily fix damage, so Shred is a must-have. This. You said you don't use Galnet scope. Let me just see here. You aren't using Yona scope, so you're using this thing instead. Fixed. You said it's similar to your build. So let's see. Let me just tell you, because this is correct. Alright. Magnetic. So DPS. So if you use the exact same setup like this one here, but you're not using Galvanized Scope, you're using critical delay. Let's say that. Your DPS overall is around 214,000 burst DPS on enemies that die really fast, and your sustaining DPS is below 200,000. With Galvanized Scope, your burst DPS is increased by 112,000, and your sustaining DPS is increased by 97,000, which is ridiculously high. It's double. It's literally double. It gives you 102% more overall damage. And that's just one mod difference. Cheater? Ludwig, you confirmed, yes. You confirmed. You're a cheater. Only cheaters use ribbons. You're not supposed to use that. You're not supposed to use that. You're not supposed to use that. I'm disappointed in you. Let's see. Thomas is finished. Ketchamoon. Was it Ketchamoon, right? Fuck, Ketchamoon, man. I'm a cheater and proud. Proud cheaters. Don't worry, we have a cheater in this chat. Maybe he's here. He's called Cynical. He has every ribbon for every weapon. Every time he links a build, it's a build with a ribbon. Always. This is Ketchamoon. I called it the big fucking shit 0,000, which is a Easter egg to Big Fucking Gun 10,000 or 9,000 from Doom. And this thing is not the worst and not the greatest. Yeah, just get used to Galvanized Scope. You're going to appreciate the damage even more. Like 102.1% damage increase. Galvanized Scope gives you 120% more critical chance and doesn't give you the negative 20 fire rate. So you shoot the enemy in the head, you kill them, and all your beams that chain around will give you the critical chance. Will have the critical chance from it. We do have players that hate Galvanized mods, but they don't understand Galvanized mods are like one of the strongest damage increases in this game. You just have to get used to them. I remember when Galvanized mods came out, and there were like a bunch of people denying on Galvanized Chamber because they have to kill. And I'm like, dude, the whole game is about killing. What do you mean you don't want to use something that gives you more multi-shot? All those assholes are using regular chamber. They're not using the Galvanized mods because they think that killing is stupid. What? The whole game is you going around killing stuff. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh my god. I remember those days. I remember. Can you headshot properly with this thing? Warframe Ketchamoon Primary. Ketchamoon. What's the multiplayer on headshot? Am I blind? Wait. The wiki says Ketchum is a shotgun. Holy shit, it is. I didn't even notice. I thought it was a primary. Aha, found it. Whoa. It's multiplicative with Galvanized Savvy and Galvanized Shot. Yeah, I don't believe it. You can. Yeah. I don't believe it has a multiplier. But I found something else. Galvanized Savvy and Galvanized Shot are multiplicative to base damage. That's good. It has the multi. What the hell did I just remove? Fixed. Whew. Fixed. There you go. So it's a multiplicative. Nice. I didn't know that. But it's not generating. Wait, I have to get Vendetta stack. I'm an idiot. So once you get Vendetta, suddenly the fall off damage is ridiculously high. You kind of have to be very close to enemies. And the reload is very slow as well. How many projectile does it shoot? It only has one, like one? Yeah, it has one. So it functions like a AR, but it has shotgun mods. Let me just check this out. Catch a Moon Primary. What other parts do I use in this? Tremor and Splat. Splat. Tremor. Tremor, Splat. Now I have to copy the mods. I kind of want to see how much damage do I lose. So this is a multiplicative. Oh, wait. If it's multiplicative, I shall keep point blank, right? People use the Thesis for priming. For the weapon on itself, Thesis isn't like half bad. You can hit hard with this thing. But the clear on this weapon is horrible. Yeah, this is the Thesis. Like it's hitting really hard. You see that like these guys are dying really fast. Look at this 2-tap. Like it's killing them really, really fast. Check out the build video, Ludwig. Maybe you'll like it. Who knows? It's just the clear sucks. The single target is solid. The clear sucks. Let me just see here. So it's multiplicated with other sources like Point Blank and Blaze. That's kind of nice. So I need to use this. I need to use that. You switched from playing Yareli from Revenant to Yareli. Damn. So let me think here. How much fall off does it get? 6 to 52. I mean, that helps the weapon. So you kind of have to add this. Critical chance. We don't have galvanized deceleration, right? No, what's the critical chance one called? Blunderbuss? Yeah, blunderbuss. We don't have galvanized blunderbuss. I don't know why, man. Why won't they let us like build shotguns for crit? Why does every shotgun have horrible base critical chance? And we have only this to complement it. Which is not enough. This isn't enough. If we get like a galvanized blunderbuss, that's like 320% critical chance, that will make some shotguns at least usable. This is not enough, and it also fucks your fire rate. I don't know how I feel about this. Maybe fuck viral. No. No, I think viral... What about wait. What about if I do this? Galvanize, savvy, point blank. So this is a multiplicative, so might as well. Oh fuck! I clicked. Oh, shit. I went back a page, and I lost my... all the shit I just did. Oh fuck! Point blank. With revenge. With blaze. Is blaze good here? That's the question. Critical deceleration. With frigid blast and the toxic barrage. Toxic barrage. And the arcanes I use charge. And vendetta. How much damage are we speaking here? 210,000 burst DPS. Sustaining DPS is 180,000. So if I were to do something like this, okay. Galvanized laser sight radar. What did you type? Oh, laser. I don't know. I don't know what mod is that. Is that a shotgun mod? Holy shit. But it's just, I mean, yeah. I don't have this. Yeah, I don't even know what the hell this is. I've never seen this before. But that's still weaker than this. But yeah, I can see that as a galvanized mod. That will be quite nice. Catch a moon. I think I saw everything there. So now if I do this, how much damage is this? 107. This is a double damage. And if I do blaze... yeah, this is much better. So I have to get rid of this at a D polarity. And add this. There we go. How much damage is increased here? Damage increase went from 56%. That's really good. What the fuck? Yeah, this gave me 56% damage increase. But I lost damage. It seems like Blaze give you slightly more. And also it's a multiplicative from any... So this will be multiplicative. And Blaze will also be multiplicative again as Savvy. So Blaze makes a ton of sense. So Scattering Inferno is twice as weaker than Blaze. Twice as weaker than Blaze. Vendetta gives so much damage. Like, this is ridiculous. Vendetta gives you... 120. Oh my god, man. What the fuck is this calculation? It's not 120. It's more than 120. So if I were to remove this... So Vendetta gives you 268.5% more damage increase. Boys, farm up Vendetta. Farm up Vendetta. It's so much damage. And I don't believe Warframe knows how to calculate reload speed, because reload speed is also damage increase. The faster you reload, the more damage you will do. It isn't that bad. It isn't that bad. It's not like horrible. It has infinite body punch through. It procs viral, it procs heat. Not a lot of it, but it still like helps the weapon a ton. Like all the weak units disappear really fast. The dark one. He's the dark one. How much damage will I lose if I remove Vendetta and use Deadhead? And this is also multiplicative. Vendetta is stronger than Deadhead by a decent amount, by 16 something percent. Yeah, it's stronger than 16 something percent. What if I add Merciless? Merciless is just shittier. Is there any more interesting shotgun ribbons? Not ribbons, arcanes. Frostbite. Primary Croxy. If I do primary Crocs, then I need to change this to Seeker. So what are we talking here? Damage didn't increase much. Verma Splicer. Vermisplicer seeks enemies' bodies. That's the problem with Vermisplicer. Maybe if I make a Catch-a-Moon hybrid or Catch-a-Moon status, it will be much better with primary crocs. But it looks like math-wise it's not correct. I think it's weak. Even if the math isn't correct, let's say if it is correct, it's still weak. Vendetta gives you like the most power. Let's see here. I mean, dudes, you just have to be close once, shoot an enemy, and for 15 seconds you have 180 multi-shot and reload speed. You just have to like kill this one unit here, and now you're absolutely fine. You can shoot like here and you're good. Pack Seeker. I wish we had a better ones, man. Is battery good with Vendetta? It should be like decent. Should be at least decent. No, it's slow, man. I'd rather reload. I think Seeker is kind of shitty, but hey. So here's a problem with Vermisplicer, Hibiki. So Vermisplicer is the weirdest weapon when it comes to chaining. So if you were to look at their heads and you shoot, the tentacle goes to their chest. You see this? I don't know how much you can see, but the moment I like touch them here, you're going to see the tentacle go straight into the middle. You see? See that? How it immediately goes to their stomach. It's really hard for you to headshot with this thing, because it goes to their stomach and their head, and then stomach, their head, and it's just clunky. It's a beam weapon. Yeah, but generating Galvanized Scope is kind of annoying with it. That's why I have critical delay. Even if I like critical Galvanized Scope more. It works, but it's clunky. Let's see here. This math is correct. How much damage is this? It's more. What if I do this? Oh fuck! What the fuck am I doing? Oh. For the Catch-a-Moon enjoyers. Jesus. Oh, it's not cryo rounds. It's chill grasp. There you go. It's nearly the identical setup. And what's the last mod? Critical chance. Oh, I can't add this. Fucking pussy. How much is that? That's 8. I can't make this build. Oh, wait. Hammer shot is a rifle mod. How do you go into testing range? You go to relay. So let me show you. So you go into a relay. Once you enter a relay, press escape. Fast travel. Cephal and Cimaris, or whatever you call him. Press that. You're going to teleport here in front of him. Look left. You see this object here. Interact. And this allows you to go into this one. But you have to unlock this. To unlock this, you go into here. And over here you have to buy a key, which is this one over here. This thing. It costs 50,000 standings. Once you buy this, you can go into a simulacrum. Then you can go here and test whatever you want. But you also have to scan enemies. You have to scan enemies to summon them here. So it starts weak, but once you get some stackies... Wouldn't it be better for me to just do Vendetta as well? A teaching stream? No teaching stream. I don't know. I think maybe if I build it for... No. I think Blast is not the way to go. Mostly because this. Because of this. Because of damage fall off. Damage fall off is nasty on the Ketchaboon after they nerfed the fuck out of it. You're going to do damage on the enemy that is in front of you in like 2 meters. And then after like 4 meters and 5 meters, you just start tickling. I'll just show this setup, whatever. Whatever, right? Plus I have to generate a bunch of blast stacks. I think even if you have a large amount of status, this is still horrible. You kind of have to have Gallonase acceleration. So, Merciless if you don't have Vendetta, and Blaze instead of Scaring Inferno. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, that's another weapon. Let's see. Oh shit. Dooney Boy is going to be very excited for this. Shit do. The shit do. Dunes. Your boy. I have 2 builds. I was working on the 3rd one, but I don't know how I feel about this one. I don't know how I feel about the Frostbite one, but it works. So the Frostbite one is kind of funny. You can generate it. You can see at top right that I'm generating it. And a decent speed as well. And you turn this weapon into a bunch of multi-shot critical damage. Freezing enemies. I will show this setup, but I don't believe people are going to like it. You also have Blast. And your direct hits also have Corrosion. But the weapon isn't really that impressive. I just have to look at it one more time. Do we know that does the shit do have multiplicative CO? It has multiplicative CO. Oh shit. Okay. Vesper. I think I have a Vesper build, Hibiki. I think. I don't know if I have the Vesper build with the new mod. The new mod is here. There it is. It's a heavy critical chance one. This is the multi-shot setup. I also have the Acuity setup, which I also do like. So this... So it has multiplicative CO. So this is a good choice. You wanna zap this. So this is a good choice. How much damage do I get from that? Should do. Should do. So if I go vitalities, I will copy everything what I have here. All the galvanized mods. I don't know how many people use this weapon. Stormbringer. Cryo rounds. How much damage are we talking here? 64, 100 and... I mean, that's still a solid DPS increase. I mean, the damage it does, it's good. The damage it does, it's good. So that's 105% critical chance, 7.1 critical damage. It has multiplicative CO. 55 stash chance. Magazine size. Magazine size. Seventh place in PO. Oh, 7K. Oh. Wait, PoE 2 is soon? Or PoE 1 is soon? No way. What are we talking here? What are we talking here? PoE is in 2 hours. Okay, it's in 2 hours. Okay. Yeah, I know it's today. I just don't remember which... What hour? Multiplier... So the damage this thing does with the frostbite setup isn't that bad. The problem is magazine size. The compressor. The com. So if I were to now do this, what if I add a infected clip over this? It should here. That makes a ton of sense. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Oh wow, okay. This build works. Math-wise, it works. But I have to see the other two builds. I don't know how many people enjoy this. Help me change the color. I can't see the projectile. There you go. We can indeed see the projectile. We have blast, we have cold, we have corrosion. I think Dunes might like this. Dunes, do you like this? The damage it does is pretty solid. It's above average in terms of DPS in the current meta. It's not like mind-blowing, but it works. I'm like 3-tapping the heavy gunner. Whoa, look, what the fuck? How much damage is this again? I mean, the sustaining DPS sucks. Just initial burst is good. So you're going to start doing solid damage against the Acolyte, and the moment status effects proc, you're going to tickle. Yeah. Alright. That's kind of good. What is this? Primary croc setup with viral heat, viral electricity. What are we talking here? What are we talking? It uses viral acceleration. And uses Croxy. So the damage is... Oh, you fuck. Okay, never mind. This is a multiplier. So we do this. How much damage is it? Toxin. With speed. Damage increase is only by freaking 12k? What the fuck? And I have to add 2 formas for a 12k damage increase? I'd rather eat ass. What about this? I mean, this is better. 1 forma. Left, it's multiplicative CO. It's multiplicative is CO. I don't know how to explain that to you. This weapon has a multiplicative CO, so this is a multiplicative to Gillenazap, which is a damage increase. Much, much higher damage increase. Some weapons... You said normal serration? Which serration do you want me to use? This thing? I'm not going to go invisible. This is just for some warframes. And this is less damage. Do you want me to add like more movement speed? Wait, this uses more polarities? For less damage? Fuck that. I mean, 10% isn't a lot, but... Sprint speed? Amalgam. Nah, I'm just going to... I don't have the polarities left. I don't have the polarities. I don't have the polarities to change this. Fuck, man. This is what I want. This is what I want. This. This is a higher damage increase than this. But I can't. I have no polarities and I have to mod this thing. Format. And I don't want to format. Fuck that. Mm, 10% will save the weapon cup. Maybe. Maybe. Believe. Believe. Oh, I'm going in. Oh, fuck you. Blinding the fuck out of my viewers. Oh. Oh, I can't see shit. Man, fuck. Do you think the Shadow players will enjoy this? I like Bubonico. The boob is better than this. The boob is like much better. Boob. Boob is like much better. As a single target, boob is like so much better. Alt fire spamming is so much stronger. You can cap viral, cap corrosion, magnetic. Then get on a zap, just like destroys. There we go. I mean, the Croxon seems good, not gonna lie. I just have to change the color. Heather Dagger? I don't like using something. I have Heather Daggers, I don't have Heather Dagger. Stealth damage multiplier is increased by 900%. 900% on this guy. Stealth damage. Stealth damage for what? For execution? For like mercy kills? Finisher damage? Let's see. So hitting the heavy gunner and doing 22 damage. If I go invisible, 22. It's definitely stealth. I think it's definitely when they opened up for mercy kills or something. $703, yeah, it's definitely the mercy kill stuff. So clear speed is 0, but overall burst damage is really high. It's not when you're invisible. No, it is when you're invisible, I think. Let's see. Let's see again. Yeah. I think it's the stealth. It's mercy kills, backstab kills, mercy kills. You don't have to be invisible. The way it's written is kind of weird. Heather daggers. Stealth attack do 900% damage instead of normal bonus 700 damage. Oh. Stealth attacks by default do 700% damage, which is accurate. Other daggers add additional 200, which is not a lot of damage increase. The way this is written is people would think, whoa, I can hit like billions. No, this won't give you billions of damage. I never knew about the passive. I never knew. That's still damage increase, but it only works on stealth kills. Shido. Left, what are you playing on League Start? What are you boys playing on League Start? Is anybody playing PoE? The new league? Cyclone? Really? Cyclone Slayer? Shockwave? Are you playing that? You going to try it? Dude, that... And you think, no, it won't. Left, don't. Grab your copium. That's like nothing damage increase. I hope you're doing like Cyclone Shockwave Slayer. If you're doing that, then that's fine-ish. Oh, are you also hunting for the gloves? For fortification gloves? Those gloves are going to be ridiculously expensive. This sort of works. You want to farm ultimatum? And this is the multi-shot setup with Deadhead. Hammer shot. Vital damage. Should I add multiplicative CEO here? No. I think hammer shot will do more. Or blade rounds. Blade rounds is better. Am I correct? Blade rounds is better. Star Caller, the new axe that spawns like stars from the sky. That looks cool. That looks cool. I don't know what will I play. I think I will just pick like Inquisitor and I'm going in. I will figure something out. I really don't know. Yeah, the Star Call. Not max roll. I think you kind of need the max roll. Plus 10 fortification is kind of a lot of damage to it. Deadhead. How much damage are we looking at here? This damage isn't that bad. What if I add this? Bladed rounds. Damage is much higher. Dude, fuck hammer shot. Holy shit. Fuck hammer shot. What about serration? No. What about this? Wow, it's less damage. I need it. Everybody's going to do... Yeah, sooner or later that's going to be cheap as fuck. I'm kind of disappointed in the new gems. The new gems are kind of iffy. Maybe some of them might be like really, really good. But what I read, nothing is like interesting. Oh, fuck, man. So shooting these guys in the head... Yeah, I know, but the volcanic fissure of sneaking. That's something that everybody's going to play. I just want to do something that not everybody's playing, you know? What new gems? Yeah, you're kind of right. They're kind of not new. The exact same skill is just slightly different. So this is correct. This is all good. How long have I been streaming? 2 hours. I'll play a little bit more. I mean, this stream is just build stream. There's nothing else to play. I'm waiting for the update to come out. So yeah, I won't be playing Warframe on stream, sadly. This is fine. Should do is fine. Oh, you don't know about the new gems? Stream PoE? I might stream PoE. Might. Maybe. Maybe. The new gems are alternative gems. You know, like Volcanic Fissure and Volcanic Fissure of Sneaking and shit like that. And all of them are kinda... whatever. Maybe one or two of them might be like good for something, but nothing is mind-blowing. Alright, let me just check out the Flux rifle. The Flux rifle. So the Flux rifle... The Flux rifle is a complete dogshit weapon, we all know that. It's a generic pure Flux rifle. The last time I made a Flux rifle build was October 5th. And that was 8 months ago. Holy shit, time flies by. This is fine. This is a hybrid setup, right? So what are we looking at here? 84% critical chance. 84% critical chance. 4x. multiplier. What's the headshot multiplier on this thing? Is it 2? I hope it's 2. Is it 2? Where is the headshot multiplier? I always can't find the headshot multiplier. For the love of me. It should be 2. It's an AR. I don't see it. I'm maybe blind. It should be 2. Is it a multiplicative? That's the question. It's not multiplicative. Okay. The enmity ring? Yeah, the new rings, the fire ring is busted. The chieftain ring, the one that reduces your fire resistance. But if you overcapped on fire, that overcap gives enemies like negative fire resistance. That shit is like disgusting. So this is... What does this generate? It doesn't have viral, it doesn't have anything. No, it has corrosion magnetic. Corrosion magnetic? What the fuck is this? Penetration doesn't work like that? I think it said something about reduces their fire resistance to something. I can't remember the exact words, but it's something like that. Maybe it's not like Doriani's prototype. So what the fuck does this thing have? It has viral. What the fuck? Let's change that. Oh, you fuck. Maybe add a V polarity. V polarity. It says damage penetration fire damage is equal to your overcapped fire resistance. Ah, okay. $100. Isn't this better to go heat? It's better, right? Like a lot better. Still 100 penalty. Yeah, it is still phenomenal. So if I go heat, this will be viral. It will have heat, viral, punches slash impact. Oh, it doesn't have impact. It has punch and slash. Oh man, I don't have heat on this. It would be good if I had heat. Yeah, it needs heat, man. It needs heat. It's killing them in a decent speed. This is also without shooting them in the head, and it's like killing them. Yeah, that isn't that bad. So, flux rifle... What's the damage increase here? What are we talking? Flux rifle. If I remove this, how much damage will I lose? Is primary Crocs even worth it in this thing? It's not, right? Because... Yeah, primary Crocs fucks this. This is your primary Crocs. It's good. Yeah, this thing can kill in a decent speed. Imagine if I had heat instead of magnetic. If I had magnetic, if I had heat, that will be much stronger. Like, these guys will melt much quicker. I will mention heat. I will recommend people to go heat instead of magnetic. But I will say the magnetic one is also solid. Philip, hey. Does he have multiplicative CEO? No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Yeah, if I had heat, I have 60% magnetic. That will be 60% heat. Heat will be... Oh wow, the heat will be still the third highest procer. Looks like slash is really high. Slash is maybe 80%. So slash is 80, this is 20. This is 60, and then viral. So it will be... Philip. Thanks, Philip. So heat will be still weak here. It has a good slash. They change how they nerfed kind of slash after the health and armor changes. They buffed the fuck out of every health enemy by a lot, but they gave them a cap armor, right? So slash kind of got nerfed heavily there, but heat got buffed. Hunting munition will not make it better. I'm already generating slash. Slash is the second highest generator, as you can see there, but it's not doing a lot of damage. Heat will be like much better, toxin will be much better, even electricity. All those will be like much better than slash currently. And slash is only good against Ganir enemies, you know, because of armor, bypasses armor. Like I said, it's a Riven weapon for sure. Yeah, this Riven display isn't that bad. I like this. I think I will keep this. The multi-shot setup, I will call it multi. This setup, this is a only heat setup. So this is only heat. Rifle Elementalist, Flux Overdrive, Vital Sense, Critical Chance, Critical Damage, App, this, Deadhead. So this will generate a lot of heat. If I had even more heat from the elemental bullshit, it will be like much stronger. So it starts weak, but once you get a headshot kill, deadhead stack. There we go. So it's generating 56. It has slash and heat. 58 heat procs. Let me go back to Ember. Okay. I don't believe this weapon is designed for this, but you can definitely use it. Let's do this. So with viral, you're going to scale the fuck out of it. And I assume it has 2x multiplier to heads. It should have it. Let's see. I can test it. So I can remove everything. I will reduce the fire rate. Is there something else that can reduce fire rate? Thank you. There we go. What's the headshot multiplier, you son of a gun? 7, 40. It's definitely 2x. It's definitely 2x. Deadhead. Yeah, it is. It's 2x. So yes, 2x had with Deadhead it becomes 2.3, which is pretty good. I kind of like this. I kind of wish I can change this. I have to add one more for my Elemental Vice to swap this, but I don't feel like doing that. These two are the builds. Everything else is poopy. The regular one and the heat stacking one. Alright, that's the Flux Rifle. So I did these guys. Tenet Tetra. This is the last weapon on the list. I have to check. And then off stream I will just test all of this shit in missions to see how it feels. Tenet Tetra. This is a generic viral setup. It has heat. Is everything fine here? Oh, wait. So what are we talking here? Tenet Tetra. Get a chamber. And Deadhead. So what are we talking here? Okay, what about Hammer Shot? What about Serration? And now what about Wikipedia? Where's the wiki? Tenet Tetra. Tenet Tetra. So what does the wiki say? 2x headshot multiplier. Yep. Altfire has the blast bullshit. Who gives a shit? Okay. It does not have multiplicative CO. Alright. This build looks like it's up to date. Generic AR build, viral. Tenet tits. Hey, it's melting these guys. Yeah, this thing is still good. It's like, this is automatic AR and shoots twice in the head and kills them. Shoots them twice in the head with a... Okay. So one taps these guys, which is... Oh, I missed. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Depends how what stats you proc. 1, 2, 3. Heat proc. 25k. It's good. This thing has initial burst is really high. So the initial burst damage this thing does... Oh my god, I was also without the element. Wait. Give me a second. Oh my god, what the fuck is this damage? So initial burst is 600,000, which is the highest of all these weapons today I've touched. Yeah, 600,000 initial burst damage. Of all these weapons I touched today, this one is the highest number. Imagine this thing had a multiplicative CO. That will be stupid. Sustaining DPS is 487,000. No, Bursting is much higher. Bursting is like nearly 1 million, and sustaining DPS is like around 800,000, which is 40% more overall than this weapon. This works. It's not 40%, it's less, but it's still higher. This is good. Yeah, this build setup works. All the mods are up to date. Everything is maxed out. Everything is here. What goes here? Exclusive mod? This? Shots now bounce up to 6 times, travel 30% faster. Do people give a shit about this? I think this is garbage. Just use this for enhancing crits or this for projectile speed. I don't believe this is good. Bouncing effect is never good. It just reduces your damage by a lot. It functions like a chaining system. Heat, you're baiting. J-baiter. So this is the heat toxin setup. The primary Crocs one. But it doesn't have additive damage. Except for Galvanish app. So if I would to... Alright, so I have all the Galvanize mods. I have Hammer Shot. And what do I have here? Hellfire. And I... Hammer Shot? Yeah, Hammer Shot. Alright, let me see here. So... Stacking damage will be higher with primary Crocs. Primary Influence. That's never going to happen. They can't wait to nerf the freaking melee influence. And melee influence is getting nerfed, and it's getting obliterated sooner or later. So if I do serration... Wow, it's so shit, man. It's so shit. It's higher damage numbers. By a lot. But is this higher than this? It is. And so initial burst. Yeah, but it's not really the melee weapon are doing stuff. It's the influence is doing stuff, you know. And every melee feels like it's like an influence build. It's very unhealthy for the game. I do agree with you. It makes a lot of melee weapons usable and healthy, but I don't believe the developers like it. Yeah, melee sucks. That's why everybody's going around with Magistars and Arcatids slamming. So here's the thing. Deadhead setup is better for initial bursting down, but primary Crocs can out DPS Deadhead. But a problem we have here... The problem we have here, ladies and gentlemen, not a lot of enemies are going to survive this thing. Your initial hits are going to kill the enemy quicker than the heat proc. So the numbers here are all correct. Yeah, I mean, slam nerfs are coming, right? So everybody's going to use, in the end, Arcatit and Sympathus, because those two use influence. And everything else is going to be glaives. I mean, that works, man. Imagine with buffs, this will be like much stronger. Much stronger. So Nornish. $120, 182,000 heat tick. Alright, now let's do this. Okay. How much damage are we talking here? So go on the Zap will give you 320%, which is correct. GG core nerfs. Slam nerfs. I don't believe glaives are getting nerfed. Every glaive is good, except for the cold one. Okay. Okay, this is all fine. Now let's do with Nornish. Need to see the numbers. Yeah, it's much better. So this is correct. This is all fine. This is up to date. I'll call it a heat setup, not toxin. Blast setup is kind of horrible. We should buff Torrid Incarn even more. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Pull out your Torrid Incarnons, boys. Let's go in. Woo! Let's go. Here it is. Pew, pew, pew. Transform. Here we go. Whoa. Buggers. Did I skip anything? Fix, looked at. Oh my god! Rattleguts primary and Rattleguts secondary. Holy shit. These are the final weapons on the list. Remember these boys? Remember these boys? I remember. So this is correct. I'll get secondary. I wish I can add the cryo rounds. You don't play with bad weapons? Damn. I do. Umprix, this one? Which one? Monster. Is it this setup with a cold and corrosion? Or this one? Which needs this. Normal Umprix. Yeah, the normal Umprix still works. I just have to change one thing. I'll use Deadhead. Same shit. I do remember that mod. I have it. I also sold a ribbon for that whip for 1000 plat back then. Oh yeah, baby. Dude, I love Umprix. Even if it's now one of the weakest chaining, it's still a solid weapon. This thing is like 10 years old, and it's still one of the best clear weapons. I need to use galvanized scope. That's this setup, the normal one. I also have this one with cold, with frostbite. No, this isn't the frostbite one. No, this isn't the frostbite one. Because this thing needs damage. You sold it for 950. So yeah, this is this one. This is going to freeze enemies and also armor strip them. I love Umprix, it's still freaking nice. I think if you just use Nourish, you can clear stuff with this weapon. Let's see with Nourish. Let's see Umprix with Nourish. Giving it viral with corrosion and... yeah, this thing is going to clear really well. It's already clearing really well. Yep, it's still good. Still good. You said make Alternox great, please? I can't. I did try. I jammed 5 formas and I also bought the skin. And it didn't help. It didn't help. Fuck, man. I made this setup with Frostbite, Corrosion Cold, Serration. We go on a zap to give it like as much as damage as I can. And no, you can't make it good. Yeah, the skin is sick. It's so freaking massive. It's a massive skin. But no. Just isn't good, man. Maybe in Karnon. Maybe in Karnon. Maybe Incarnon one day. Like, this is embarrassing. Blast, yeah, you have to toss every possible damage and multiplicative to make this thing work. No, I'm good. Fuck this weapon. I'm out. Let me read what you guys typed. I was giving a free sentient surge when it was rare. I should have sold it then. Oh. Yeah, I also have. I think I have 2 sentient surges now. So for this setup, I need to do this. Prime cryo rounds here over rim rounds. That will give it much more damage. But I don't have capacity. Even if I remove this and I add a Forma, oh wait, I will have enough. There you go. -1 Forma. Yeah, there was an event that gave you a sentient surge. $19 blade rounds, critical damage. Yeah, this is fine. This is also fine. Is it? No, it's not. Blade rounds. And Pack Seeker is like helping you out as well. There you go. Damage is pretty solid. Yeah, damage on this weapon isn't that bad. It's pretty solid. There you go. And the second setup is the Acuity one. So here's the thing about the Acuity setup. I have additive damage here, I have additive damage here, and then you have another additive damage. We definitely have a massive diminishing returns. What do I have stat-wise? Tremor? Part-wise, that's stats. Splat, and the mods I'm using for the Acuity setup is Acuity itself, Galvanized Scope and App. Then we have Vital Sense Bladed Rounds. How much diminishing returns are we speaking here? Oh wow, a massive diminishing return. It's 30%. So is there a way I can swap that head for something else? Primary Crocs, you're not going to generate a lot of stuff, right? I don't believe this is worth it. I think the headshot multiplier is just way too good. Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah, we're still going to keep that head. Similar build when I get the new mod. I'm getting closer and closer to the new mod. Here it is, Hibiki. Right here. There it is. Right there. It will take me 2 weeks. So next week I will get here, 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 and half through here. Then the week after that I will do this and maybe get to it. Maybe 2.5 weeks, or maybe in 2 weeks I'll get to this thing. I hope this stacks. We will see. Maybe this will make the weapon usable. Maybe it's whatever. If you use it with Mirage, it's going to be solid, but that's Mirage. Whoa, 1.3 million? 1.2 million and I one-tapped the heavy gunner. Jesus Christ, this heavy gunner is nearly dead. I mean, this setup works. It works. Raw damage. $1.8 million, 1.8 million. I mean, Pack Seeker helps a ton with clear. $500,000. Yeah, Pack Seeker helps. I think the Accuracy setup is much better in my eyes. When I look at the damage numbers, so here's the damage numbers. The Accuracy one. Oh, right, it doesn't calculate Accuracy. So this should be 400, maybe 450,000 burst DPS. Sustained DPS is going to be less because it doesn't shoot a bunch of projectiles. But if I do infected clip into bladed rounds, into vital sense, into galvanized chamber, into that's it. So we are speaking here. Oh, it's more. Sustained DPS 560. So it's a stronger burst but weaker sustain than the multi-shot setup. Multi-shot is stronger sustained DPS and weaker burst. But this setup scales Seeker much better than multi-shot does. Which well-known build is bait in your opinion in PoE? I don't know. Anything Cyclone. If you play Cyclone on its own, you're beating yourself. You have to play with cast on crit, cast while channeling, shockwave. So when I see someone make a build video about Cyclone itself, as a league start, Cyclone itself, like Cyclone just spinning without having any bullshit, so that's to me massive bait. You're true for half of the melee? Half, you mean 90% melee? Melee is now 3 slammers, Bone Shatter, and Dual Strike Ember Dexterity. And that's it. That's all the slams. That's all the melee that is good. I mean, Dual Strike Ember Dexterity is still amazing. You just have to invest a lot. Is Giga bait if you don't have to play? Yeah, it is. I saw someone in Al Kaiser's chat ask him, is champion Bone Shatter good? And I'm like, how are you going to sustain Bone Shatter with champion when the guy has no sustain? Champion is all survivability, but no sustain. Good luck. It is a horrible boss killer, but you can kill a boss slow but steady. Let's see here. This is solid. Dunes, I made Shadow usable. If you're here, Dunes. Dunes, here you go, the build. Enjoy. I mean, the damage isn't that bad. How? You have cold, you have corrosion, you have blast. You shoot a bunch of projectiles, you crowd control enemies by freezing them, you get more critical damage from it. And your overall damage is pretty solid. It also has multiplicative CO. So serration is kind of nice to have. Shiruki. This one is also solid. The primary Crocs one. You're going to shoot the weapon longer. And it also multiplicative CO. If you want to do a little bit more... No, I'm wrong. Never mind. Use it? I did. I'm not going to use it again. Watch the stream, bitch. Got him. I'll use it. Alright, fine. I will use it to show you. So you won't do a lot of damage, but as you can see, you're freezing everything in a large radius. Your initial hits are pretty solid against a heavy gunner. 3 taps. 2 taps. 1 tap. I will remember this. It's usable. Check the build. Alright, final weapon on the list. And I'm done with the list. And then I have to make build videos. The final weapon on the list. Oof. I kind of don't like it. Let's see here. Deep freeze. And what are we looking at? I think this is still fine. Sustaining DPS. This is all fine. Rattle Guts secondary. This is the secondary. Yep. So the Rattle Guts secondary has more total damage than the primary. But the primary has more fire rate and has punch through, which is much better for clearing than this garbage. Because the primary has prime shred and this thing doesn't. It has seeker. And now let's see the stats. So what the hell do I use on this guy? Love tap. Damn. Horny. Love tap. And then we use secondary deadhead. All the mods here. Galvanize diffusion. Galvanize shot. Galvanize crosshair. Target cracker. Prime heated charge. Lethal torrent. And then viral. Your classic. Those are the mods. So the damage this thing does is pretty solid. Burst DPS 500,000. Sustaining DPS 400,000. Pretty solid. For what it is, pretty solid. Can I make it higher? No, I can't. Alright. All the good mods do not increase the damage. I will use that other one some other time, and I will check it out. Warframe is correct, it's some other stuff it is not correct. Like, it doesn't calculate dot damage, and it doesn't calculate some, like, incarnate evolutions because there's none. It doesn't calculate, what was it? Primary, secondary security. The reload speed. Which program? This one. This one right here. Right there. Well, this in general, I mean, people are going to like this. There's some people that like this weapon, the Railgut secondary. Pack Seeker helps a ton. Yep. Seven out of 10. Not too shabby. I will play Eliza P one day. One day, dunes, one day. The UI is hideous. I mean, one guy did it. This is the Acuity secondary setup, and let's see if this one is good. This one is also the final build. Once I'm done with this, boys, the stream will end. And your lives will also end. Yeah. Monka Giga. Doo-doo, 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 doo. Yeah, it doesn't calculate pistol accuracy. I don't know. I think I have to do it myself. So that's 85,000 with this. 450, 460. So it's weaker. So it's weaker. I can still make it work. I can still make it work. Don't worry about it, boys. I got this. So this has Merciless Gunfight, which helps the weapon a ton, giving it clear. Is this damage correct? This is correct. There you go. This is all correct. Multiplicative. It's not. Multipliers there. Yep, we're done. We officially done. Whoa. $1.1 million. Nearly a million right there. Okay, let's do it again. Just doesn't feel good. Uh, this 71. That's so much less. Yeah, that's it. It's not really that impressive. I kinda don't like it, but it works. It works, but I don't like it. I don't like it, but it works. You see, the single target is not the greatest. Dynamic agility might damage the... I can't even add it. It's also going to reduce the damage. Yeah, I can't even add it, dudes. If I were to add dynamic agility... So... Dynamic agility gives you slightly more damage. But I can't add it. Dynamic agility is also a dash polarity. I mean, fuck it. Let's just make it slightly better, I guess. So it's the damage increased. Yes. What about this? Higher. Yeah, there you go. Let's see with this. Oh no. Oh no. Anyway, let's see here. Lethal tempo. What did I fuck up here? What am I missing here? Critical damage. Oh. There you go. Our beloved. Wait a second. This is more damage. Okay. Okay. It is more damage. It is more damage. Because this gives you a separate elemental damage. But proccing those status effects is going to be a nightmare. And this works. Let's try it out. Let's get disappointed, boys, together. Hold hands. Okay. Yeah, it's much better. Much, much better. I think it cleared these enemies really well. But it's still higher damage, dunes. The Merciless. It's much, much higher damage. And this thing... This is all correct. $60. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go back here. I kind of like the Acuity one more on both of the builds. This is good, but I kind of like the Acuity one more. It's much more satisfying. The pops. The pops. Yep. Alright. That's the list. I did all of the fucking weapons for this upcoming list. Alright. Time for me to leave this place. I've been here like for 3 hours. Help. Help. Nope, nothing here. Wait a second. 3 days. 2 days. In 2 days, weekly reset, boys. Log in. That's it. That's it. I'm done with all the builds for this upcoming list, which I'm going to have to make a bunch of build videos. Multiple of them, all of them work. I just have to test some of them in game. Yeah, I just have to test some of them in game. That's it. Boys, thank you again everybody for watching. I'm done here today. I will stream tomorrow. Maybe something new, some new playthrough of something. Maybe Path of Exile. Or maybe fucking around with builds more. We will see. We will see. But yeah, I'm done here today, boys. For today, I'm done. Thank you again everybody for watching. See you all tomorrow. GG's. GG's.